do this.
What's up, witches?
What's up?
I'm Linda,
And I'm John.
and this is Getting Witchy. And today we are talking about different types of witches' salts that can be used in your spell work.
So, and how, I know we're going to get into a little bit of what they can be used for, but how? I mean,
Yeah, how
it's
to
not
use them in this
cooking.
spell work?
It's not, you're not using it for food.
No, in fact, most of these you wouldn't want to eat.
Well, how?
So,
Hibiscus is wonderful. Rose is wonderful.
well, yes.
Even charcoal for the black salt.
Well, but okay, so these are salts that you would use either in a charm bag, a spell jar.
Oh, so a talisman.
Yes.
Okay.
Or in some cases, if the spell tells you to combine all the herbs and salt or whatever and then burn it, it could be used that way as well.
And with the other ingredients added to the salt, because some of them are powderized. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to do 3 spells for you, or not 3 spells, three salts.
3 different salts.
And of all the ingredients, you don't have to use all of them. Like, you can use 3 or 4 of them as long as it accomplishes what you want to accomplish. So we've got 3 salts that we're going to put together. Some of the ingredients we immediately went for an old school coffee grinder that I've had since like 92, which pretty much powderized
everything
because it got
stuck.
The button got stuck. It is, 35 years old. If it's from 34 years old. But it got stuck, and it got stuck right when we were talking about how, like, with these types of coffee grinders, you have to be careful. You can't do it too much, or it's going to be powder. And then all of a sudden the freaking button got stuck almost immediately after I said that. The button got stuck, and took her a minute to be able to stop it. But by then the pink salt that we're going to use for the red salt, because we use pink Himalayan salt for that, was powder.
Yep.
So it would be more difficult physically, even though, it's not that difficult to grind something with a
mortar and pestle.
But I would suggest that for the salt. If you have, like, we have pink rock salt. And it would be better to have not rock salt. But you don't want powder either.
Coarse grind is preferred. And that's what I was going for. But again, the button got stuck. So we ended up with powder.
But then we have our charcoal. Now you can actually, like what we did, because we like to barbecue. And I like to barbecue with a lot of heat, and a lot of charcoal. So all fuel sources have been long burnt off. Like, this flame was going for an hour and a half, 2 hours before I even put it out with water. So it's just charcoal and ash. So I took some of that, and then we ground that up with a pestle that worked out really good. I tried grinding up some tourmaline with a candle holder, basically, is what it was. Yeah. The little white, and it shattered, and when I didn't even think of a mortar and pestle. So use a mortar and pestle unless you want powder.
Yes.
Like, we were really careful. She learned by doing the hibiscus and the rose. not to hit the button at all. Again, this thing is old. She just tapped the lid
Mm-hmm.
and it ran. So anyway, it was a fun process. And I hope it's as fun for you guys as it, because we were doing it completely off the cuff and first time doing or setting this up. So yeah, it was fun. Anyway, so let's get into witches' salts
Yes.
and their different uses and possible ingredients.
Yes. Now keep in mind, again, with these lists of ingredients, you do not have to use all of them.
No.
Use what you have on hand, use what you want to use what calls to you from these lists. And if you think of something for one of these colors of witches' salts that isn't on the list, but you think would go great, like we actually added a couple to one of them, use it. If it's calling to you, use it. But we're going to start off with black salt. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it? Okay. So, you're going to want to start off with coarse sea salt.
Now, we don't have coarse, but we have,
Sea
and
salt.
we're not trying to, because we're not getting paid. So, but sea salt, we have natural sea salt. We don't have coarse, but we have sea salt. So we're going to be using that.
Incense and herb ashes, cauldron or cast iron scrapings, activated charcoal.
Now with the cauldron or cast iron scrapings, if you have either of those, do realize that if you scrape off layers of the cast iron or cauldron, you're going to need to reseason them. That's something we talked about.
Yes.
So again,
Yes.
we get distracted because of details, but you do your research on seasoning. It's not that difficult. It is a process though. But
Right.
if you're going to use the scrapings of cast iron or your cauldron, which is probably cast iron, then you're going to need to reseason it so other stuff doesn't get ruined in it. Anyway, sorry.
Black pepper, powdered eggshell, also known as cascarilla powder.
For black sea salt?
I
mean, for black salt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rosemary, sage, bay leaf, clove,
All
which
dark.
we've got some
herbs.
powdered clove that we're going to be using for ours. Rue, which you do need to be careful using rue if you are pregnant or nursing.
Sorry, he just closed. Jack, you are a pain in the tuchus. What was
Should be witch's salt.
just open the
Okay, there we go. You can also use vervain, hyssop, black tourmaline powder or chips, which
isn't vervain one of those poisonous ones? Or am I thinking of something else entirely?
To be honest with you, right now I am drawing a blank on that.
Well, that would, I mean, it would definitely add to the protection aspect of it, especially using it as a talisman.
Right.
Anyway, sorry.
Or you could use black food coloring. If you now you don't have to use black food coloring if you don't want to. Okay. If you can find one that is plant-based, awesome. Some of the uses for black witch's salt, you can sprinkle it at doorways, windows, and around candles to represent protection and boundaries, to banish negativity and create sacred space. It can be added to spell jars, protection, charm bags, and energy bottles or poppets. You know, if you don't know what a poppet is, it's like a doll that, you know, you put stuff in to help with your spell work. You can use it in protective circles during rituals and spell work. If you put some in a small dish near the entrance of your home, it can help absorb and repel negativity.
As long as your cat doesn't knock it over.
Right. You can use it to break hexes and curses, but you can also use it to cast hexes and curses. Interesting.
But that makes sense.
You can use it to cleanse your tools, your crystals, and your spaces. It returns unwanted energy to its source. If you add a pinch of it to your floor wash, it helps spread protection throughout your home and banish negativity.
That's cool.
It can be used in spells not only for purification and protection, but warding, banishing, reversals, bindings, cleansing, and on charging plates. So I don't know if any of you have ever seen those plates that are specifically meant to charge other crystals. If you sprinkle some on that, it helps boost the charging of the crystals. And also, if you keep it near the bed, it will help ward off nightmares.
Cool.
And we will be making some black salt during our demonstration at the end of the episode. But some things to keep in mind with this black salt.
You should probably do a contest.
It is not edible. Don't eat it. Keep it away from pets and wildlife. And once it has done its work, dispose of it respectfully.
So like burying it in a garden or taking it to a running stream or river and dumping it in so it's
yes
not a little creek.
Right.
Okay. But it's not edible. I mean, everything in it is edible, even the charcoal.
Not the charcoal we used. Black tourmaline's not edible.
Okay. I forgot about the black tourmaline.
Yeah, if you're going to use crystals in your black salt, don't
edible.
Try to eat it.
So sorry. I didn't mean to get
Jack.
Get
down.
Dude. He's face first and stuck. His feet are. What's the matter, Jack? Okay, now you figured it out. Oh, Jackety Jack. All right. Blue salt. So again, coarse sea salt, blue thistle, blue iris, blue bells, blue lotus, pennyroyal, lavender, chamomile. Jack, don't think about it. I see you out of the corner of my eye, you little mother lover. Blue cornflower, like flowers from the blue corn, because there is blue corn.
No, but there's a flower called cornflower.
A blue cornflower. Okay,
yes.
So it's not
a flower from corn, because corn actually doesn't flower.
No, it doesn't. Ours did not. When with the first year we did corn.
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't
flower. Yeah. You're so lucky you're close to my computer. I would squirted your ass already.
See, all you have to do is threaten him with it. He takes off.
Anyway, so it's a flower, a flower called the blue cornflower. It's not a flower from the blue corn.
Correct.
Okay. So didn't want to, but sometimes you have to be ultra specific.
Yes, I know.
forget-me-nots, borage. What's borage?
So borage is a very pretty 5-petaled flower. That actually looks a little bit more purple,
Okay.
but it's a very pretty flower.
Okay.
It
Cool.
kind
I
of
don't-
looks like a
Sounded like porridge to me. The
when you
Yeah.
look at it, it actually kind of looks like a 5-pointed star.
okay.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Lemon balm, you know that one.
Mhm.
Oh, lapis lazuli powder or chips. Again, so not edible. Food grade mica, blue food grade mica, and blue food coloring. So hopefully plant-based.
Yes.
But if you're already using all of those, I mean, if you can locate blue thistle, blue iris, blue bells, blue lotus, pennyroyal, lavender, then you've got all the blues that you wouldn't need any.
Right. And there are some people who would prefer not to use food coloring in theirs, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
So its uses would be for peace and clarity, communication, intuition, and tranquility. Can also assist with sleep magic. Sleep magic.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna have to Google that one. Rest and reflection. Oh, so doing magic to work while you're to do its thing while you're sleeping. Or are you talking about doing magic in what like lucid dreams doing magic?
Lucid dreams or spell work inside your dreams.
Okay. All right. Get out of the box, you freaking knucklehead. um Justice in court and for legal matters, sprinkle across thresholds to keep away evil, envy, and crossed conditions.
Mm-hmm. You've never heard of crossings?
Well, that's more or less a hex, isn't it?
Yeah, it's akin to that.
Okay. So then, yes, I have. Add a pinch of it to your floor wash to spiritually cleanse your home. Carry a small packet in your purse or pocket for ongoing protection. You can use it in spells for healing, wisdom, relaxation, and harmony. Would that mean you could also use it in the harmony powder, or would that be counterproductive?
Oh, I would think we could use it in the harmony powder.
Place it in a satchel under your pillow for healing all ailments. Of course, also protection against the dark eye, or evil eye, as most people call it. And its correspondence is water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next would be.
And then we have green salt. Again, we're going to start off with coarse sea salt. You can use basil, fennel seeds, nettle leaf, dill, mint, any kind of mint. I mean, because there's so many different kinds. We've got peppermint, spearmint, water mint, but pretty much any kind of mint can be used. Alfalfa, again, rosemary, cinquefoil, bay leaf, cedar, elder, and with elder, I think we're probably going to be talking the flower or the leaf, not the berries. Fern, pine, green tea.
Yeah, because the berries are red. They're very distinctly red.
Yes, they're a very definitely different color. Thyme or patchouli. And green salt is going to be used. Oh, you could also use green aventurine powder or chips, green food grade mica, or green food coloring. And again, just pick whatever calls to you, whatever you have on hand. You know, don't make yourself broke by trying to create this stuff. Uses for green salt would be prosperity spells or money drawing spells, spells for good luck and abundance, garden magic. Spells for success and growth, healing, spell jars, again, charging plates. It can be used with black salt to bring good luck to you faster. If you carry it in a little charm bag while looking for a job, it will help speed up the process of landing a job. You can use it on your gardening tools to help bless them for a good season. It can also be used in attraction spells and fertility spells. And it is a correspondence for Earth.
Okay. So orange salt, a little less for its ingredient list.
Yeah, this one is a fairly newer one to me. There wasn't much information available for orange salt.
Okay. But probably sticking with the fact that all the colors have their own magical correspondence, it would
Yes.
make sense to have that as well. Because we've talked about that in other episodes about
Yes.
candles and such. So still with the coarse sea salt, orange peels, ground down. Marigolds, is that Gerbera daisy?
Gerbera.
Gerbera daisy. Okay. Tulips, the dahlia. Carnelian powder or chips, and orange food color. Again, there are lots of food colorings that are derived from plant-based ingredients. So its uses would be for spells for luck, good fortune, and drawing things to you, which goes along with the
Green.
it goes along with like the purposes or meanings of like using an orange candle, because it is also a symbol. Using an orange candle would also be a symbol of the sun, which is, typically gold candle, which is for prosperity and wealth and all of that, but you can use orange as well.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Spells for encouragement, success, optimism, and self-expression. Creativity, joy, fulfillment, and strength. And those are all things from what I was just talking about. So
and then we have pink salt, which this is another new one to me, and there wasn't really a lot of information about this one either. But this one, you're actually going to start off with Himalayan pink salt instead of sea salt. You can also use pink rose petals, rose hips, which if you don't know what rose hips are, they are actually the fruit of the rose. So after the rose blooms and it drops the petals, there's actually a little tiny fruit there. They're actually very delicious. But you can eat, so rose hips, cinnamon, peony, carnation, pink quartz powder or chips, or pink food coloring. I didn't realize they made pink food coloring, but I guess anything's possible now. Spells that you would use the pink salt for would include friendship, harmony, love and romance, emotional and spiritual healing, devotion, protection of relationships, faith, honor, affection and compassion, sensitivity, joy, self-love, and peace. Now pink salt can be thrown into a water source such as a well, a river, the ocean, to carry wishes or to take away burdens and clear away attachments from your aura. It can also be thrown into a fire after a spell is cast in order to release the psychic charge of the spell into the higher dimensions a lot faster.
Purple salt.
Another new one to me.
Okay. So I would assume that it would be something for reaching out, higher learning type of thing, being purple and all.
Third eye opening and stuff.
Yeah. So again, coarse sea salt, ow, lavender, lilac, verbena, bellflower, violet, impatience.
Yes.
Really? This is definitely not edible then. Star anise, amethyst powder or chips, or purple food coloring. So again, if you use impatience, it is definitely not edible. If I'm remembering correctly from my days in horticulture, impatiens are poisons to any animal or person. So spell work that involves calming, healing, or reducing stress. Spell work that involves astral projection and psychic abilities.
So there's the third eye.
Dream work, intuition, power, influence, and cleansing the aura. So, yes, he got me good on that one.
Did he?
Yeah.
And then we have red salt. This one caused a little bit of stir with me about 7 years ago, I think it was. That was the first time I had ever heard of red witch's salt. And it came up in a post in one of my witch groups on Facebook. And in the comments, somebody had mentioned that. So one of the ingredients that was listed as a possibility was paprika. And this person said that they would never use paprika for a red salt. And it was my first time hearing of it. So I asked the question, like, hey, I'm curious because I've never heard of this before. Why wouldn't you want to use paprika for red salt? And her response was basically, if you've ever done any amount of research on paprika, you would know it has no magical uses. I didn't even know what paprika was at the time. And I asked 4 different chefs what paprika was, and they didn't even know what it was. I have since learned what paprika is. It is powdered, dried, sweet peppers. So for me, if you're going to use paprika, it would probably be for like a more gentle love to come into your life, as opposed to cayenne pepper or chili powder, which would be more of a spicy, hot, passionate love. So I kept paprika on the list because I personally think that it can be used. If you don't want to use paprika, don't use it. But that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. Anyway, this is one that we are going to start off with Himalayan pink salt. You can use cayenne pepper. You can use paprika. You can use chili powder. You can also use red rose petals, red lotus, cinnamon, hibiscus, beetroot powder, red sandalwood, red clay. So probably not an edible one if you're going to add that in there. Dragon's blood powder, also not going to be edible if you put it in there. Red jasper powder or chips, or red food coloring. And again, red salt would be used in spell work that involves love, romance, passion, sex drive, a lust for life, strength, power, and health. If you place it around the bed, like in a bowl next to the bed, it'll help spice up your love life. If you carry it in a little charm bag, it will help keep your love strong, but you and your partner would both have to do that. Otherwise, it's pretty much one-sided. It can also be used in spell work that involves attraction, domination. Yeah, that was in there. courage, aggression, vigor, and strength. It can be used in spell work with black salt to return a spell to sender. So if you know somebody's coming at you with using magic, you put red and black salt together in your spell work, it'll send it right back to them. And it is a fire correspondence.
Okay. So before I go to the next one, so I was not entirely accurate, even though apparently there is a subspecies of impatiens that are poisonous. And maybe that's what we had when I was in Florida. But because they were always like, don't have any indoor because it will hurt or kill your cats or dogs.
Oh.
Which is funny considering oleanders are everywhere.
Right.
Anyway,
and those are toxic to everybody.
Yes. So we're now at yellow salt.
Yes.
Again, coarse sea salt. Saffron, if you have it, that is one of the most expensive most expensive spices. So use that sparingly. Jasmine, chamomile, dandelions, calendula, sunflowers, lemon peel powder, which we have to have some of, turmeric, citrine powder or chips, or again, just good old-fashioned yellow food coloring. Its uses can be for spells for creativity, joy, confidence, energy, and learning, whether that be self-learning or otherwise. Spells for new beginnings and success, for growth, empowerment, inspiration, action, intellect, knowledge, and communication. And its correspondence is air.
Yes.
So those are the, 8 or so? I didn't count.
Yeah, something like 7 or 8.
Yeah. But we're going to do 3.
Yes.
And I don't care if this turns off now, so I'm going to put this over there.
Now, when making these salts, basically use whatever ratio feels right to you.
What you think you're going to need.
And make sure that when you are making it, that you are keeping your intention in mind, because intention plays a big part in magic. So for black salt, we are going to start off with we're starting with black salt. Now we're going to start off with our sea salt. Okay. So we've got our sea salt. We're not going to fill this up.
Yeah, we're not doing a full. First of all, this isn't full. But yeah.
And this was kind of a flying by the seat of our pants thing. We started researching and then kind of last minute decided to do a demonstration. So
now I've got, you want to do a quarter?
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is the charcoal.
Okay, and then we've got black pepper. We've got ground cloves. Okay. And we have black tourmaline that he powdered up.
The little candle holder that I used to powder it up as best I could.
Okay. And let's go ahead and let's go ahead and add a little bit more charcoal to that. And basically you just mix your ingredients until it reaches the shade you're looking for. And you've got your intention in there pretty good. That looks a little bit more black.
Yeah.
So this is our black salt.
Used again for protections that you could sprinkle around doorways, windows, and you could use it to sprinkle around candles to represent protection and boundaries, banish negativity with it, all kinds of things.
Okay. And then next is the
Yellow.
Okay. Which is down at the very bottom. And again, we're going to start with our sea salt. Oops. Well, no, heavy sea salt. But we also have some powdered lemon peel.
And it smells awesome, by the way.
Yes.
I'll make it a little more on that one, huh?
Well, I accidentally. So, yeah, we'll do a little bit more.
And then, did you already put in?
I did not put in the chamomile.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Sure. And the chamomile powder we got basically from having chamomile buds in a jar, and I just shook the mother lovers up and then dumped them into the bowl and kind of sifted it like you were panning for gold. And
Now,
get all the powder.
If you don't have chamomile buds, but you have chamomile tea bags in your house, you can use that too.
Yep.
That'll work. That would be, yeah, I might as well. That would be an excellent use of your tea bags.
But I did not say anything. Okay.
So we're also going to add some turmeric to give it a nice, like, golden yellow color. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, and then we are also going to add powdered ginger to ours, which is that.
But that wasn't on the list.
That wasn't on the list. That was something we kind of added last minute after I typed up the list.
Because it's yellow.
It is yellow. It's also a little bit spicy and sweet, and can help get those creative juices going.
Right. And the uses for the yellow salt in spells would be spells for creativity, joy, confidence, energy. Spells for new beginnings and success. And as we also mentioned, for growth, empowerment, inspiration, action, intellect, knowledge, and communication.
And that is our yellow salt.
Doesn't really look yellow in that.
No,
our lighting sucks.
Yeah,
I mean, when it comes to some things, but
yeah, our lighting sucks, but
it is yellow.
And we will be taking pictures and adding it to our Instagram and Facebook pages so you can check it out there and see what it actually looks like.
That.
Yeah, that can go here. And then we are doing the red.
That's the chamomile.
The red salt.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Okay. Well, this one we're starting off with
Pink Himalayan salt.
Pink Himalayan salt.
I got freaking pulverized and powdered.
And
because the freaking button stuck.
Do just a little bit more because we've got quite a bit of that.
We even do a little bit more even. I mean, we also have a lot of the.
Oh, that's true.
The rose and the
hibiscus. Okay.
Right. And then here we've got
red sandalwood.
Ooh.
It's all right. You might need to use this one. or you might just need to dump it in there. I'm not, yeah, that's not gonna fit. So just. A little bit more. Yep, that's good. All right. And then we've got smoked paprika. Because, yeah, I'm all about the paprika. They're tell me I can't use paprika in my magic.
It's plant-based.
And it's red. And it's a pepper. So peppers have magic. One more. There we go. I like that, yes.
All right. So let me guess, that's the rose petal or the rose?
Yes, that is the
bud?
rose, that is hibiscus.
Okay. And how much do you want to put it?
I mean, if you want to put it all in, you can.
You don't want to add any more salt?
I mean, we can. Oh, I didn't realize there was that much of them.
Yeah.
And then we've got hibiscus. I think I'm going to use the rest for tea. So,
okay.
We'll not put all of that in there. But we are going to add a little bit more salt. Actually, we're going to add a lot of bit more salt.
I mean, we can always add in more paprika or the other.
Give that a good shake.
Shake. That looks more pink than red.
Well, it does, but I mean, if we were using food coloring, it would.
Ooh, that's a good scoop.
It's still pink, but again, we're not using food coloring.
It is a shade of red.
Um,
but you can always add in more of the ingredients to make it a more vibrant red if you wanted to.
Right. And you can always put your herbs together first and then just slowly add salt into it until you reach the color you want.
Yeah, do that too.
But so this is our red salt, and again, we'll have
on the video it looks in that image it looks brown.
Yeah, but
we'll have better light
and
when we take the pictures.
Yes. And we will have these pictures on our Facebook and Instagram pages so that you can take a look at them. But we hope you guys have found this.
And we will be offering these also.
Yes. Yes. If you would like to buy them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we have the Etsy page.
Yeah,
I can add them there. I just don't like the Etsy page because it charges 20 cents per posting per month.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
So even if it's not. Okay. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting up with our distractions. And I also wanted to say to just a random thank you to Icy Sedgwick. Oh my goodness.
Storm Fairy Wolf,
who was a freaking awesome. That was, and so was Miss Sedgwick, but Icy. But yeah, that was just an amazing, and then the most recent author, Gillian Kemp.
Yes.
Um, thank you for allowing us to review your works, and as distracted, funny, hopefully, um, or dark humor. I hope you enjoyed it, and we would love to see some of the other stuff. Thank you for asking us. I guess I just wanted to
Yes.
say that again. It was a really cool experience.
Yes. And thank you to Crossed Crow Books for reaching out to
Reaching
us
out,
and
yes.
giving us that opportunity.
We still have one more coming up.
We do.
Yeah, the documentary.
Oh, yeah, we're still working on that.
Oh, she's not reached back. They reached out to us. We reached out to them to confirm, and we've not heard anything. Ah,
Yes.
okay.
I'm still
Well,
working on getting that going.
that is an excellent example of why the two interviews and three opportunities to review books, um, it was so cool. Like, we're just normal people doing something that we like and enjoy and want to um, help expand the witchy knowledge. So that was really fun. So thank you again. Peace
Yes.
out.
Peace out, witches. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We love you, and we can't wait to see you again.